Prince nymphs have always been a staple of any good fly arsenal. In Northern California and the West, we've seen the evolution of the Amber Wing Prince developed on the upper sac, and it's a great pattern for a lot of local waters. And one thing that we've always found is, peacock herl and a prince is a key. I had an idea of applying that same principle of, amber wing biots and the basic undercarriage of a prince nymph to a hare's ear, and tweaked it a little bit, and I came up with this, which I call the Amber Wing Dictator. It's a great summer caddis pattern. When they stop eating those darker colored kind of spring caddis, they get more on the tan. And olive caddis, it's a great pattern, very versatile, and one that you can definitely swap colors out and make your own for your own local fishery. All right, so the Amber Wing Dictator, I start on a 3761 Tiemco hook with a 7/64 bead, but again, you can upsize, downsize as you see fit. I'm going to be using Unithread Camel A-Dot. I'm going to start my thread, work down to the back. And this is a variation of a Prince Nymph, obviously, or what I would take it from is a Amber Wing Prince. I'm going to throw a little butt in of just seal brown, basic hairline, hare's ear dubbing. Just kind of work it down right about that.
Easier to keep them together.
You don't need to do this, but I feel it helps split the tails. I'm going to take two Prince Nymph Brown goose biots. I'm going to tie them in using that natural curve of the goose biot to kind of flay out. And I try to stick them to the side. Okay. Then tack them down to maintain the proportions around the hook shank. Take the other one, start up a little higher, kind of measure it out. Right there. Trim the excess. Then I'm going to take a piece of copper wire, tie that in. That's going to be our rib. Then going to take a piece of crystal flash in bonefish tan. Take that, tie it in. It's just going to be a rib, and you can kind of throw it out there. And again,
you got to take.
Do you need it? I'm not sure, but I've always found a little flash is not a bad deal. Next, I'm going to take another one of those dark goose biots in that Prince Nymph Brown, and I'm going to take it and kind of set it aside, look at it, kind of eyeball it across the top. We're going to use that as our overcase. Then I'm going to take just standard hare's ear and dub this forward.
Yeah, and then put it in.
Now, the idea would be to taper it a little bit, but the body, if we've done this right, the body is somewhat tapered based on how we tied those materials in. I'm not going to pick this out. It's not going to be a buggy hare's ear, so I'm going to pin that pretty tight. And as you look, kind of wrap it up. And I'll go a little thicker as we get up there to keep that taper like that.
Yeah. Okay, so you need the revolution head with the
Right, like that. Then I'm going to take that flash,
but only one.
wrap it, so you have a little bit of a flash
I will make that
ribbed. And tie that off.
And in case you want to change back. Yeah, and then the swivel's going to be what? The difference between the shaft and the shaft.
Then that goose biot you pulled off, you're going to take and set across the top. It's going to be kind of your overshell.
I'll call it right now.
Then I'm going to wrap that wire around to pin that down. And again, this plays into I like flies that are dark on top and light underneath, just like nature. Very few bugs, if we look at them, are going to be lighter on top than they are underneath. Then I kind of push that end of that goose bite up, and you want to make sure not to cut your tails, but then you just trim that off. Okay. Then I'm going to tie in 2 sets of legs, and you can use, whatever your choice is. For me, I tend to use mallard flank on this just to give it a little broken up. I like the broken up nature of mallard flank with the dark and light. And this is just natural. And I try to make those legs about as long as the fly, and then when you tie them in, the pinch will shorten them, I find. Okay. And then take those scissors, get that point in there and trim them close. Then you kind of shove it all in there. Okay. Then for the wings, okay? And then these are just standard amber goose biots. And again, you can go with dark if you want. I tend to use the amber color based on the Amber Wing Prince that is so successful in our zone. I tie one in, kind of cock it to the side to get that nice split.
No. He doesn't need the revolution.
Trim it. Take the next one, set it aside, and I'll kind of pull them even. Give it a few ties. Trim it. Sure everything's looking all right. Then I'll take that same brown dubbing that I started the back of the fly with, and I will use that as a head.
Just the stem part that goes up.
Couple wraps. Tuck it behind the bead. Sure it's all in there. And tie it off. There you go. The Amber Wing Dictator, a nice kind of caddisy hare's ear attractor pattern variation of a Prince Nymph Amber Wing Prince.